All right, we're back, and this is the Human Animal. Windchill is the... Well, there's more than one artist, so call it a band? Is it one guy with guest spots? I don't know how that part works. Knockout's the song. Well, hopefully I won't be so irritated.
Hardcore, that real shit. Hardcore, that real shit. Hardcore, that real shit.
It's the warning.
That real shit. If you ain't ready to rock, we gon' burn this bitch down, and that's my word. Sounds ill. If you ain't ready to rock, we gon' burn this bitch down. Get on a murder rap. If you ain't ready to rock, we gon' burn this bitch down, and that's my word. Sounds ill. If you ain't ready to rock, we gon' burn this bitch down. Get on a murder rap.
Yeah, they say I'm ill, but you can call me chill. Took an oath to grab this mic, forever speak the...
Just because of that little line at the beginning. I'm gonna just let you know. You can't burn an idea to the ground. Those are just buildings. And thank God we're not gonna let you rebuild with your communist bullshit. Minnesota's trying, but the Swedes are gonna take that shit over. I don't believe they're gonna win. I believe we're gonna oust a shit ton of communists very soon. But all opinions are for entertainment purposes only, because I don't know my ass from a hole in the ground. But the more I listen to this, the more the idea the group that thinks they're going to burn it down and then rebuild it in their own image, also who think the Chinese practice democracy, you motherfuckers have no clue who you're going to come up against. That's what I believe. And it's not me. I'm an ex-con. I can't do nothing. I got to hide in the basement. I believe there's vets out there just waiting to win this country back. See, we had to go and do all this other shit because we were either lied to or this or that. But when people are going to start protecting their own families and their own wants, it's not going to be a bunch of dirty Antifa LARPers. It's going to be little flashes of light from the tree line as you all fall down. I don't think people realize that. Wait, you think you're gonna march in the street like the Antifa losers? Of course not. God, that's ridiculous.
Real, unique with skill, show you how a titan can rhyme. Be more than happy to serve you suckers twice at a time. Write my life in the lines, it's the life of the times of how I learned to grind and got so nice with the rhymes. I'm like a knife to the spine or a punch in your neck. I don't want your cars or your money, I just want your respect. I can't lie, I couldn't wait.
Wait, but he beat me up to get respect? Should have just robbed me. I'm mostly playing now. I was just trying to get through it. Everything's going. This album is fantastic. It is.
Punch in your neck. I don't want your cars or your money. I just want your respect. I can't lie. I couldn't wait to write to this with a titan grip. Watch this titan spit. Throw my fist from the hip. I like my bass lines crisp. Take a step back, hit the bass line. Swish. Before you know it, I'm back on defense. A poet applying the pressure you haven't beat yet. Yeah, need to change that. Not simple and plain rap. It's Windchill. I spit ill on a lame track.
If you ain't ready to rock, we gon' burn this bitch down, and that's my word. Sounds ill. If you ain't ready to rock, we gon' burn this bitch down. Get on a murder rap. If you ain't ready to rock, we gon' burn this bitch down, and that's my word. Sounds.
Because, yeah, maybe that's the core difference. I'd want to preserve all history. The idea of burning down anything to make something better is ridiculous. Honoring the past by progressing into the future seems a much smarter idea. Erasing it all makes simple-minded ideas go underground and then fester and come out later. Everything should have a light shined on it and should be what it is, instead of a lost idea. Yeah, don't like the mystery schools, don't like the secrets, don't like all the shit we've driven underground for a better future. Because all the shit underground is what we should be paying attention to, not the surface, the facade, the game. I'm sure I'm talking in circles today because I was going to say Saturday. I expected to start out a lot slower.
If you ain't ready to rock, we gon' burn this bitch down.
like I'm James Toney for phony brethren. Catching bodies on tracks, detectives clear the section. We hire guns and you post-mortem, the force floored them. The art of war gets taught when you seek the cross swordsman. Killer verse, gives to liquid since birth. Pushing paragraphs, the poison prose will puncture the earth. The force is unheard, the fashion brings the potion melodic. Coast to coast, you count the folks that overdose on the product. Call me neurotic, no diagnosis quoting the issue. Get your mind right, my oversight is worse than dismissal. You're hardly official, we overthrow the show when we rock. Step in the spot, we overtime and blow the hands off the clock. More often than not, you catch me in a volatile state. Forget your ambush, you're cutting off the troops at the gate. When the plan is in place, my graph plot coordinate targets. We converge just like the earth's submersion left in the darkness.
Yeah, that's right, no way can hold me down. My mind is stacked with magazines, the way I blow off rounds. Fully ordered and strapped up, the safety off. Alarms ring when I back up, now pay the boss. Invest in ownership, watch how we control this shit, it's 12.
I just learned about a Army Ranger Crip standoff in Washington State back in 97. Should read that. You should learn about that. That I think it speaks volumes of what the future will look like. I don't think anybody knows what kind of pockets of hope exist everywhere.
12-hour shifts on these docks until we own a ship. You hear the hounds barking and keep my mind moving. You feel the pound spark if there's a slight movement. I'm not a killer, but protect on these front lines. Them ducks fly, never come around when it's lunchtime. So fuck your punchlines, this dude's an animal. I stay in tune with my chakras, that's how I channel you. I'm blow a hole through cruise ships, we going overboard, no protocol. Post-mortem war, we here to slaughter y'all. I leave their flesh hurt, burnt at the stake. I make their necks jerk, cause they learn the words that I say.
If you ain't ready to rock, we gon' burn this bitch down, and that's my word. Sounds ill. If you ain't ready to rock, we gon' burn this bitch down. Get on a murder rap. If you ain't ready to rock, we gon' burn this bitch down, and that's my word.
Then there you go. Let's just burn all of communism and socialism to the ground and get rid of that as failed attempts and figure out something new then. And they're all ready to burn shit down. Start with your communist hate fucking machine, not liberty and freedom. There might be some misled people, but the ideas that we stand for here are so superior, I don't give a fuck. I'm not ashamed.
If you ain't ready to rock, we gon' burn this bitch down, and that's my word. Sounds ill. If you ain't ready to rock, we gon' burn this bitch down. Get on a murder rap.
I'm number one, second to none, word to the air in my lungs. When I be spitting it's like I'm airing my guns, you get the whole clip.
Yeah, see, it's just, you know, why? I guess I could be as angry as their music. I don't know. It's just frustrating because I'm not sure. I hear so much positive through the whole thing. There was, right? But then there's that whole other side, and then I get the last one is going to finish with, burn it all down. Motherfuckers, if you can't build anything, you have no right burning nothing to the ground. Well, you going to burn down the world around you and then put out your fucking hands so someone can give you shit? Shameful. That's the part that's shameful. All the have-nots and all the won't-do-anythings need to step to the side and live with the fact they don't want to try, they get less. Or, as always, take down the top. If you get 10 times what you deserve for doing basically nothing, shuffling paperworks and making deals that fuck other people over, if a golden parachute is somehow in your paperwork, you're probably not worthy of going on. But that's just me, because I just don't believe the robot army is coming. I see their little AI droids and shit, and I see their other stuff. Oh yeah, no, I know they're gonna put guns on robot platforms. I just don't believe their iRobot is anywhere close to here. I believe they've got everyone misled with movies and sci-fi shit. I mean, they've got bipedal robots. They got that shit coming. They got something that's going to go in your attic and put you in a camp. Yes, they're gonna. I just don't think they have enough to conquer the world. I think the numbers side on humanity, not the control system. But we'll see. Hey, it's in our lifetime, so we'll figure it out. We can figure it out together. I'm not. It's all still for entertainment purposes. I don't know what the fuck's coming. I just know I'm not going to roll over for it or support the socialist dreams of, the pedo elite.
Spit ain't nothing to play with. I'm a silverback gorilla lyrically going ape shit. I'm a tight. Just in case you forgot what cloth I'm cut from. 300 Sparta ain't none harder. I spit sharp enough to cut through your chain metal armor. I'm King Arthur with the sword of Excalibur. With more bars than Attica. My arsenal rivals that of North Korea. In America, I'm double the threat. Triple if I take Russia and throw it in with the rest. I'm a vet, a one-man army. Your little terrorist group ain't got nothing for me. You must be insane. Y'all some suicide bombers. I'm like 10 fucking bomber planes. And that's light shit. You Osama, I'm Obama. I will bring your run to an end quick.
Whoa. Well, Osama was an asset of the U.S. government, of course. If you don't know that whole rabbit hole, boy, you better look into that shit. And Obama's the biggest murderer that we ever put in office. So, oof, back in the wrong pony there.
Leave you twitching, rigid, frozen, and sick. My devotion to spit will leave you lost, floating adrift. Brain loaded with
signature
a
strikes.
16s. I'll smoke you motherfuckers like you died. Metal tripping me, my third eye's open wide, shining with ease. Perfectly combining with my rhyme, and your mama agrees. Oh, you think that you're nuts? Here's a pair, try these. I'm serving all these rappers like they're wanting fine cheese. Give me whole foods, berries, and nuts. I carry my cuts till I'm buried prairie of dust. And in case you are doubting the clouds of my soul, I keep heads bouncing till they sprout out for my scrolls. I got your fits. They putting grout in the holes. I'm hot and underground like mine fires mountains of coal. Leave you out in the cold, so watch your mouth when you rhyme. They call me A-Sun, cause I'm so bright when I shine. Knockout.
If you ain't ready to rock, we gon' burn this bitch down, and that's my word. Sounds ill. If
That's his word, huh?
We gon' burn this bitch down. Get on a murder rap. If you ain't ready to rock, we gon' burn this bitch down, and that's my word. Sounds ill. If you ain't ready to rock,
I could be misunderstanding that.
bitch down. Get on a murder rap. That real shit. Get on a hardcore, that real shit. Get on a murder rap. That real shit. If you ain't ready to rock, we gon' burn this bitch down, and that's my word. Sounds ill. If you ain't ready to rock, we gon'
Best thing I can tell you is very few people make it. Mike probably be one of the only people that make it all the way to this spot. So, I got big American flag that lights up at night. Got a bunch of other irritating flags and signage on my house. And every now and then the couple of the young progressive kids like to roll by and yell out their window. And sometimes I'm out by the fire and I just... So, if something bad would happen, okay. If I have to do something, okay. But what I don't do is just go, "Oh, I'm scared, I'm making you angry." I put up a couple more and let you know where the door is. Yep, could end with me making a huge mistake. Or it could end with me putting my foot up the ass of some progressive piece of shit. Either way, I know that I face all this shit head on. That I'm not just going to cower in the corner. I got to make America Florida again. Yeah, no, let's go, Brandon. I'm done. I've been done for a long time. I have a good time here, but obviously I don't care about anything, or I'd focus on making something of this. And, I just focus on what I'm doing. It's tough out there. My whole point is I just don't go for none of these games. And fear is the least useful feeling I have. So kick that shit to the curb.
Burn this bitch down, get on a murder round.
And then I'm sure most of it's flexing. Yeah, burn the mic down. Burn the murder rap. I'm sure it doesn't mean how I'm interpreting it. And as always, this album isn't really for me as much as it's a guy who doesn't even know what his third eye is or has no idea that there's deeper thoughts than the mainstream narrative. That person can use this album.
That real shit. That real shit.
Because, yeah, I wouldn't, I don't even, fuck the Illuminati. Fuck all that pretend shit. That's like I said, this talk about Davos is, Klaus Schwab. There you go. The planet's Bond villain is in the open. His little minion who says you don't know what to do, says he doesn't know what to do with the worthless people. They're out there. I didn't make none of that up. Your oppressors, your haters, and I mean everyone watching at this moment. Everyone who wants to keep you down is bragging about it. The rest is up to all of us. They're not ashamed. Their intentions are in the open. Might be time to stop flexing and start having conversations. Doesn't really matter how kick-ass your art skills are. How good at your skills at communicating with your neighbors and helping them free themselves from the mental enslavement that is the propaganda narrative running this country. Why don't you help them with that shit? Later.